Good morning, class. How was your weekend, class? Great, mine too. Yesterday was Mother's Day. I hope you guys had a wonderful day with your moms. Sun came out. Turned out to be a really nice day. Welcome back. Today we have 12-6, part 1. And today we're going to be working with line plots and measuring things to the nearest 1/2 of an inch. Okay, no problem. Pretty easy stuff. We're just going to take the knowledge that we have and turn it over onto like a ruler, and then take the information from a ruler and put it on a line plot with the X's like we did in the module. Okay, piece of cake, no worries. Here we go. Let's start off with our skips today. Let's go twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Let's go threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and 30. Now we don't count anymore. 33, 36. Let's go fours. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Now we have 44, 48, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. 48, 54, 60, 66, 72, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63. Now we know them as well as he, 70, 77, 84, 8 and 8 are 16, 24, and 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, and 72, 80, 88, 96. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90, 99, 108, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Count, let's go 11s, 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99, 110, 121, 132. And let's go 12s, and today will be, how about my friend Ava? How are you, Ava? Miss you. Let's go 12s. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, 108, 120, 132 here, 144 there, here's 12, there's 12, now we know our times 12, old me had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. All right, guys, so today we're going to be counting by halves, okay? So the trick to the halves are, it goes like half, whole, okay? So let me show you what I mean by that. Here we go. Let me take myself out. So if I was counting by halves and I start at 0, it would go 0, a half, 1, then 1 and a half, 2, 2 and a half, 3, 3 and a half, 4, 4 and a half, 5, 5 and a half, 6, 6 and a half, 7, okay? Or if I was measuring on a ruler, I try to blue it up a little bit, it would be half, 1, 1 and a half, 2, 2 and a half, 3, 3 and a half, 4, 4 and a half, 5, 5 and a half, 6, and so on and so on. And kind of like if you think about like if you were eating sandwiches, you'd be doing like a half and then a whole, and then 1 and a half, and then a whole, okay? So if you see here, this yellow line, you'd say, if I said, today there's gonna be a question that says, measure that line to the nearest half. And so I'd look and say, okay, it ends right about here, which is 3 and a half or 4. And I'd say, even though it goes past 3 and a half, wouldn't you say it's closer to 3 and a half than it is to 4? So I'd say this one would be 3 and a half, right? And the red line, you look at it and says, well, it's about 2 or 2 and a half, but to me, doesn't it look closer to 2, okay? So you're going to be using a ruler, and you're just going to measure what half inch it's closest to. it might not land exactly on it. It's just like what it's closest to. And then you're going to be doing something called making a line plot. Before we left, we started doing these a little bit. I did some of these with you just to show you how to do them before we did bar graphs. We were just kind of reviewing this skill. So say they were measuring, a first grade class was measuring their lima bean plants. And this is how tall they were in inches. 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 1.5, 1. And so say one of the students wanted to take that information and turn it into a line plot. Now let's talk about what a line plot is. A line plot is different than a bar graph because it's not bars. Instead of bars, we're going to be doing X's and keeping track of the information. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. You could take, like, say there's 2s, you do all the 2s first, or 2.5s, and then just go, thanks, I'm making a video. And whatnot. Or you could just go one by one and put them up, and then you stack them right on top of each other, and then you'll have a line plot. So we'll do it that way. The way I like to do it is I like to do all the 2s, and then I'll do all the 2.5s, but we'll just do it in order today. So I got a 2, cross it out, put an X. A 2, cross it out, put an X. A 2.5, cross it out, put an X. A 3, cross it out, put an X. A 3.5, cross it out, put an X. A 3, put it right on top, nice and easy to see. 2.5, 1, 1, 1.5, 1.5, 3, 2, 1.5, 3.5, 3.5, 2.5. Done, right? And then you say, wait a minute, Miss Kara, you missed one. Oh no! So that's actually, I did it on purpose so you can see what happens if you miss one when you're crossing it out. You'll see that you missed one and do it, okay? And then they're gonna say things like, then you would have to answer some questions. It would be like, which one had the most? And you'd say, it looks like 3 had the most because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Or maybe it says, which ones had the same? And you could say, okay, well, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 3.5 all had 3. And they're going to ask you questions using the information. How many more 3s than 1? So there's 4 and 2, so I would just subtract 4 minus 2. Or if it said, how many 2s and 2.5s? I just do 3 plus 3 is 6. So you're just going to answer some questions from the line plots. So today they're going to ask you to give you a little picture you got to click on. You'll have to measure with a ruler, and then you're going to take some of the information and put it onto a line plot to the nearest ½ inch. And remember, it always goes half, and then the next whole, and then like 1.5, and then like 2, and then like 2.5, and then like 3. You got it. No worries. Part 1, 12-6. Let's get them all in this week. Give your mom another hug. Just because Mother's Day is over doesn't mean it's not all about your mom. You know what I mean? Take care of her. She's doing a great job for you guys. You guys are rocking. 12-6, Part 1. You got